All right, quick pro tip coming at you. We're going to talk about the difference between active and inactive relationships. So here's our example here. This should look and feel pretty familiar. We've got two tables from our model, the calendar table and the sales data table. And like we talked about, we had two different date fields in our sales data, the order date and the stock date. But here's the thing, there can only be one active relationship to that primary date key in the calendar table. And that's why we see one relationship with a solid line and a second relationship with a dotted line. Now, to switch a relationship from active to inactive or vice versa, you can simply double click to open the Edit Relationship dialog box or access this setting from the Properties pane. In either case, you'll see a checkbox or a toggle that says Make this relationship active. And one important thing to note, you have to deactivate one before you're able to activate the other, because they both can never be active at the same time. So in this screenshot, we're able to see the relationship between order date and the calendar date is in fact active. That box is checked and the relationship line is solid. Whereas in this case, the relationship between stock date and the calendar date is inactive. The box is unchecked and the relationship is represented by a dotted line. So you may be asking yourself, well, what's the point of having an inactive relationship in your model anyway? Well, for one, you might want to configure these relationships just so that if you do need to activate them down the road, it's quite easy to do so. There are other benefits as well. You can use some fancy DAX functions like USERELATIONSHIP to kind of force that relationship to work. That's a little bit more advanced. Aaron's going to cover that in the DAX section of the course. But for now, what's important to note is that you can only have one active relationship to a primary key in your dimension tables, and that you can toggle whether a relationship is active or inactive from either the Edit Relationship dialog box or the Properties pane. So let's jump into Power BI and I'll show you an example of how this works. All right, so here we are in the model view of our AdventureWorks report, and let's stick with that same example connecting sales data to our calendar lookup table. So right now, hovering over the relationship, you can see clearly we're defining this connection using the order date foreign key in our sales data table and connecting that to our primary date key in our calendar lookup. Let's go ahead and grab stock date this time and connect it to that same primary key here. That's going to work just fine. It's going to create a second relationship, which you'll note defaults to an inactive relationship with a dotted line. So if I double click that relationship, it's going to open up that Edit Relationship dialog box. Note that the box is unchecked where it says Make this relationship active. And if I try to check that, I'm going to get an error that basically says, hey, you already have an active relationship to that primary key. You've got to deactivate that one before you can activate this one. Okay, sounds good. Let's deselect that box and let's practice deactivating the order date relationship first so that we can activate the stock date relationship. So I'm going to double click this active relationship, uncheck the box, press OK. And what that's going to do is leave us with two inactive relationships, and that will allow me to drill into my stock date relationship and make it active. Now, for the purpose of our product, I actually want the active relationship to be on order date, not stock date. So let's go ahead and reverse what we just did, but this time we can use the toggle in the Properties pane as well, just as a second approach. So here I'm selecting the active relationship, which is stock date. You can go ahead and toggle that one to inactive, and we've got to click Apply Changes here to make that work. There we go, and now we can select our relationship to order date, toggle it to active, apply changes, and there you have it. We're back where we started with a primary relationship to order date and an inactive relationship to stock date.